Monday morning. Uh-oh. I think I hear an echo. No, we're good. Okay. It's Monday. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
I can't believe it's Monday.
I know.
This past week flew by.
Yeah.
And it's really hot. That's
Yeah.
the other part. It's Monday and it's hot already. It's, yeah. Oy. But away we go, right? And we have a new month of classes.
Yeah.
We had a class on Saturday.
Yeah.
To show those cookies we made.
It was so fun.
We had a wonderful group of people in our intermediate class. Oh,
yes.
It was super fun. What a great way to spend a Saturday. Hello, good morning, or afternoon, depending on where you are. Maybe even good evening. Hey, friends. So we had a very chill time.
Oh my goodness. So
Hello.
full of puns.
I know, I'm so punny. Some people don't think puns are funny. I am a person who just does. I am such a nerd. So this was the set. So, and then these. All of the beauty of macarons without the work.
Yeah.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, the class was so much fun. We had a lot of people there, and they were super, super nice.
Yeah, some first timers,
yeah.
some teenagers. That's always fun.
Yes.
Everybody did great. The cookies came out really adorable.
Yes.
Yeah. Good morning, friends. Hello. Yeah, they were fun. That was a fun set.
Mm-hmm.
What else is going on? Denver graduated. I mean, not from high school, but he's now a senior, which is really weird. My baby is a senior in high school. And that's it. That's all that's going on now. Now it's summer. Ooh, we have a family reunion this week.
I'm so excited. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And are we going to be doing cookies at that reunion?
I think so. I want to. It's kind of a
I know
tradition.
we've got a karaoke cookie party on tap.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's going to be all my siblings and my parents and all their kids. So that's going to be fun. Hello, Debbie. I'm glad you're here. Drive safe.
No texting and driving.
Right. Hey, was that a voice? Yeah. And yeah, that's kind of what's on my brain is the family reunion. I can't believe it's here. It's crazy. Denver got a job. That's in our Adams crew news.
Yes.
He's gonna work at a movie theater, which is like every kid's dream. I mean, I guess. I don't know if the reality is gonna be a dream, but the dream is to work in a movie theater, right?
So awesome. I always wanted to have a gig like that. I think it's the perfect summer job for especially for a high schooler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unlimited popcorn, I would be in trouble.
Yeah, you would. Oh man.
I'd be in big trouble.
I think anybody would be in trouble with that.
Yeah. Would it start to smell bad? Like you'd be like, it just doesn't smell good anymore. Maybe.
Because you like always smell.
Yeah,
popcorn.
it's just always there.
Yeah.
Maybe you get what is it? Kind of like nose blindness.
Yeah.
We are watching these birds out here.
Yeah. They're like on round.
They're Twitter pated.
Oh.
Look at him dancing.
Yeah.
He's like doing this funny little dance.
And he's chasing her. Oh, there's a blue jay. Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah, it's made.
There's a little soap opera outside on this fence.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's like a third bird that comes in and they're
my
like
gosh,
kind of like
we make up
showing off.
stories
Yeah.
for each bird.
Little narrative.
Yeah. Yeah, those two birds that we were just watching were like on round 7 of mating.
I know that you have a demo to get to today.
Yeah, do we have homework too?
And we have homework. So if you'd like, we can start up with some homework.
I would love.
All right, let's see here. Let's see. Did we decide is this homework music?
It's good homework. I like this.
Okay. So here we go. Of course, we know that this is the set for this month.
That one's not very good.
And so that's the set that everybody's working on. And some of the variations are just lovely. So first off is this is Harriet Fagan.
Oh, I love it in green.
She said, my first homework, June of 22. I am really proud of it and want to thank Melanie Talkington for reaching out and encouraging me. We got together and did it. Side note, mine are not smooth and brand new looking. It wasn't on purpose. We had our icing consistency a little thick, but we went with it. I really like the outcome. It looks a little rustic and worn. So the lesson for me was don't be afraid to go with what you have. It might turn out pretty darn cute. And I think it did.
That is right.
It's so cute.
The best in green. I just love it.
So cute.
Yeah, and that fish on the lure too. Oh, yeah.
Yes. Now this is Bev Hansen.
So cute.
She said, "I'm back. I'm finally catching up and re-embarking on my cookie challenge. Oh snap! 3 more homeworks added while I was away from my challenge. First is this month's homework. I added a cookie for this set for my husband. Homework 7 out of 96.
Wow, so cute. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, really good.
Next up is Becky Norton.
So cute.
I love that. I was also, that was another thing I want to do too. So I love it when people take it a step further and do something new with it.
Antique it.
Yeah, because I was thinking about doing that too. I ended up not, but I love seeing it. It looks great. So cute.
And then this is Leanne Hagren. And Leanne said, it's great to learn and be challenged.
They're beautiful.
And then Sylvia James said, added the fins. She did it without the fins at first, and then she had to go in and add them. So she added the fins in a rush, forgot them because I was determined to get in on time this month. LOL.
So, they're all just looking so good, aren't they?
This is Charlotte Jones.
Cute. Look how dreamy that feather looks. It's so pretty.
I think everybody really had fun. I see a lot of comments about the hook specifically. That we liked doing the hook. Rebecca Judd. And Rebecca said, a unique set of cookies for Father's Day is the Arty McGoo U lesson for June. She always has such an artistic flair in creating her cookie sets, setting her apart from others. Here's my rendition of this month's feature. I think it's great.
There, that's so cool.
Yeah.
The reel in there.
Yeah, it's cute.
Next up is Kathleen Pierce. Kathleen Pierce, this is her first homework, y'all.
Nice, Kathleen.
She said, this is my first complete homework. It's not as amazing as some in the group, but I learned a ton and we'll keep practicing. You did great.
Yeah, really cute.
The fish is so cute.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah.
Next is Kate Sullivan.
Cute in the green. Yeah. I do like it in the green.
And next is Kathy Pedley. Kathy, now you can't see it very well because I didn't snip the picture from her post from Instagram, but she said, fun class, fit right in with my family of fishing enthusiasts. The free form wet on wet, which is this one.
Oh yeah, nice.
The freeform wet on wet icing cookie for this month took me a little out of my comfort zone. Anybody else? Yeah, so I think a few people had some struggles there. So that was not necessarily struggles, because I think you did a great job with it, but it is a push out of the comfort zone for people. Some will be on this one, others will be on the fins or on the pockets or something, but it's good to be pushed out of that comfort zone.
That's pretty. That's so cute.
All right, next up is Liesel Powell, and Liesel said, knocked my McGoo U homework out early this month. It was a great set, and I definitely had my dad on my mind while making these.
This is a
Love that.
gorgeous set. Oh
I
my
like the cut
gosh.
corners on that.
Yes.
Not that she cut any corners, but the little cut
Yeah.
corners on the plaque.
Yeah.
It's
on the
really
fish.
cool.
This is
Oh.
Nadine Buston.
So clean.
Yeah, really pretty.
I like the green edge on the.
I was just looking at that.
I
And next
love-
up is Paula Price. Love this class. I enjoy doing transfers, and the darling fly hook was so much fun. We always learn something new.
So cute.
So cute.
Okay, this next one is Sheila Sonfeld.
Oh, in pink. Oh my god.
Is it a pink? It's like a pale pink.
Yes, it is. She said, June homework complete. I really enjoyed working on this one so much better than working on flowers. One day I'll get the flower thing.
We stayed away from flowers this one.
So cute.
Just the slight little pinkish tone. I wasn't sure if it was a filter, or if it was actually, but yeah, that slight little pink is sweet. Huh?
So cute.
It's cute.
Next is Marcy Van Winkle.
That is gorgeous.
Olive.
I love that.
Olive that.
Oh my.
Oh yeah, what a
That
color.
is so gorgeous.
I'd love to know what colors you used in that. That's so pretty, isn't it?
Yeah.
And next is Dana Stanojevic. And she
Mhm.
said, always, Arty always makes it look easy.
You did too. That looks
Yeah.
beautiful.
They look great.
Yeah.
And then next is Melanie Talkington. And Melanie said that Harriet Agan and I have started a homework group in the Macon, Georgia area. We would love to have others close by join us. It was so much fun to work on this creative lesson together. Now, also, a big congrats to Melanie and a few others in here who have earned a piping bag, or rather a whisk patch. Because this is month number 6. So if they started in January, they're going to get that piping bag this month. And then, but for Melanie, she did 6 months of makeup work and then another 6 months. So this is her second whisk patch with this one. So
Wow.
congrats. And she started a homework group, so she's going to get discounts on all the McGoo gear, and it's just awesome. So congrats to Melanie and to Harriet for getting that group going.
Good job.
Yeah, she's got it going on. That's so cute. And is it like pearly behind the fish too? That's really pretty.
Yes, it is. And then after that is Terry Wayland, and she said, "These turned out better than I thought they would. Enjoyed decorating these. Thank you as always, Arty McGoo."
Cute. I like it in the brown too.
Yeah.
It's just cute in every color.
Yeah.
You need to see it in like purple camo.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
And then there are a couple of McGoobers lend a hand. First up is Carolyn Buckner.
Cute.
She said, "My daughter volunteers at a cat rescue facility in Kitchener, Ontario. They are having a fundraiser on Father's Day and asked me to make cookies for it in the middle of a very hectic week. So I threw together 3 dozen fundraising jar cookies for them. Not fancy, but cute."
Very cute.
Oh
And
my
the lettering,
goodness.
that's a lot of lettering. Oh
So
my gosh.
cute.
So cute. I love it.
I love cats and I love me cookies, so that's so cute.
Blend. It's a perfect blend.
I love these ones.
This is Danielle Norman, and she did hers. She said, "I was finally able to do a donation worthy of McGoober's lend a hand. I donated these for a fundraiser for the Idaho Women Veteran Memorial."
Wow.
So cool.
Really beautiful.
And then next up, and this is the last one for now, is Liesl Powell. And Liesl said, "It is with a heavy heart that I will be shipping these cookies to Texas today. I am part of a group of bakers sending some cookie love to the families and communities shattered by senseless violence. I shouldn't have to make these cookies. I had to take a moment several times while making them, but hope they provide some joy to the recipients. I made cookies for the families of Miranda Gale Mathis and Layla Marie Salazar. Miranda was a unicorn mermaid and a nature-loving tomboy, and that loved the color purple. Layla loved koala bears, singing along with her dad to Guns N' Roses,
Oh man.
and was an amazing athlete that had won 6 first place ribbons on field day.
Mm.
So that's her donation for McGoober's Lend a Hand, and that is extremely sweet and wonderful job.
Don't go back to the camera. Wait.
Oh, I'm sorry. So I do have one other one, and that is from Kate Sullivan. She made this super sweet cookie. Today I had to give my annual fasting blood test, and I gave the technician a cookie. It made her very happy, and you could see it in her attitude. It made me think about the power of a cookie. Why is it that cookies have this power that doesn't seem to exist in other sweets? Cupcakes have too much icing. Cakes are too big, and croissants make you feel guilty because it's primarily butter. Cookies can be pretty, and there is that first bite when your tongue touches the cookies and you taste the spices flavoring, followed by a full mouth of soft flavor and maybe a burst of chocolate or nuts. Isn't that great?
Okay, wait. Who said that?
Kate Sullivan.
Kate Sullivan. You couldn't have said it any better.
I agree.
That and the donation cookies and your sentiment, that was just, yep, that's so true. It is. Cookies are special. I love it. Wow. That was amazing. Yeah. We're like,
Yeah.
wow. I love the purples. I mean, both of the sets are so cute. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah. Awesome. Where do you guys get your inspiration for the decorating? Always been a color inside the lines person. Everywhere, right? Don't you just look at things every day? And if you look at something and it makes you feel something, like you go, ooh, it makes you stop and go, that is beautiful. Then I always think, how do I translate that into at least the feeling into a cookie, if not the literal visual that I saw. It's about capturing feelings for me. Catch feelings, right? Did you catch feelings for those cookies?
Yeah.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, wow, all of those. Yeah, no, I'm right there. I'm more than teared up. I was like literally like, yeah, okay, so.
Purple camo on June homework is a challenge.
Yes, I would love to see that. Actually, any camo I think would be like a pink camo too.
Oh my
gosh,
gosh, that's so cute.
That'd be pretty fun. That's good. Yeah, I agree. Anytime you see something that's like either makes you scared, anything that brings any emotion, just take a picture of it, because I feel like that's what inspiration is a feeling that you get when you see something like, oh, that makes me feel something. And hopefully you can make a cookie that makes someone feel either something similar or something totally different, but something that makes them feel something.
Yeah.
Art is not meant to be beautiful. It's meant to make you feel something. You know, beauty, it can definitely be beautiful, but it can be scary. It can be creepy. It can be,
yeah,
you know, all those things. That's all inspiration. It can make you sad.
Yeah.
Make you so is it time for the demo time? Is that what we're
right now? First, we have a quick mailbag. We have two comments in the mailbag. The first one is this one from Kathy Pedley, who just posted this. Mr. John, you go over where to post homework and about previous homework, and does makeup work need to be in monthly order? Okay.
Great.
I will share that with you. So homework is done in the month that the set is available. So right now, the homework you can turn in is June. Oh, what was that?
Nothing.
Okay. So it will only be in the month of June. So you could do June's homework right now. However, if you missed a month, if you missed a couple of months because life gets in the way, we did something this year that we're going to do annually, and that's in January and February. We're going to have an opportunity for you to make up 6 months worth of homework. So if you missed a month, don't worry about it. You can get to it in January, February. That seems to be a pretty good time for most people to be able to get that makeup work in, because it's after the holidays.
All the holidays.
That's right. So anyway, that's what the makeup work is. The other question that we have here is a comment from Melanie Talkington. She said, John Adams, I made a potential customer mad today when I explained I could not do a character cake like the picture she sent me because it was copyright/trademarked. But I could do an inspired cake. And it gave examples. She was not happy with that, but honestly, I feel good holding true. Thank you for all I learned in your breakout session at CookieCon Dallas. Kudos to you. That's not an easy thing to do, and you did a great job in telling your customer the hard facts that, hey, this is not something that I could do, and I could get in trouble for it, because you're the only one who can dictate what your business can and can't do, and copyright stuff is definitely something to be aware of and to stay away from. So good job.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, part of the hard part is the educating your clients, like going like, sorry, we can do this instead, and this and this, and you guys are super creative and can do that for sure. But it's a good choice to make for your business, for yourself, for others, all that. You're late, Carmen. We're so glad to have you here. Which I had a class this weekend, but I will get back to you. I got a package from Carmen. A very exciting package, so I'm super excited to play. She's so sweet. I got to hang out with Carmen a month ago, right? When we were there in Arizona. Hello, Jackie. How are you? I just used your fireside marshmallow in the class cookies this past weekend, and most people contain themselves when they're decorating. They kind of keep things pretty sanitary, but the teenagers in the class were literally like
eating the
drinking their like sucking their icing bags.
I went to go like get one of their cookies to like put it in the dehydrator, and one of her friend was going like this, and she was
they couldn't contain themselves.
Resist.
Fireside marshmallow on raspberry cookies. It was a win. So yeah. Always thank you for your amazing so it's more than cake, the powdered flavorings. My favorites, butter pecan and maple praline. The fireside marshmallow was good though.
Yeah,
they're all good. So thank you. Yeah, it was so good. Is it time for demo now? Is that what we're doing now? Do you have anything else? Any more mailbag? He's probably on a call right now.
No, that's it. You are good. It is your demo.
On like Donkey Kong. So today we're going to demo the wonderful Bristles McGoo, because so many people, it's on sale today. First of all, it's on sale this month, right?
Yes. It's 30% off for all of the McGoobers. So instead of $5, it's now $3.50. Holy cow!
Holy cow!
Holy cow!
And you're gonna want a couple of them, so stock up now. They're awesome. But a lot of people have these and they go, I have not used it yet. How do you do it? What do you do with it? So we're gonna talk about that today. So if you have one, pull it out, play along. If you don't, go put it in your shopping cart. So this is the water brush pen. It can be used so many different ways, so I'm gonna hopefully cover all of them. It has this nifty little reservoir here that can hold air. Wait, start with air.
Okay. Air.
I'm so glad. I do too.
Water.
So the good thing about if you weren't gonna fill it, you can just use it like a paintbrush. And it handles more like a pen than a paintbrush. So people who are a little more comfortable with that kind of pen feel to it, just use it as a paintbrush, but have the feel of a pen, which is really nice. You have a little more control. It comes with that super fine tip, which I really like, but the barrel of the bristles is a little fatter, so it holds quite a bit of liquid, which allows you also to get a nice thick stroke as well as a thin stroke with the tip. So that's why I like this size in particular. So the other thing I put in it is water. I like to put it in with water just for painting. So I'll have my palette of food colorings all ready to roll. Need some new cookie recipes we should share. Oh, I love that. Yeah. I'm all about that. Yeah, it comes to a nice fine point. So it just lets you do a lot of things. It has a wide range. So I have my food coloring palette, a little water in my bristles McGoo, and I'm ready to paint. I don't even need a cup of water because I have a little reservoir of water here. If I need more water, I just squeeze out more. It's pretty nifty to use that way. And of course, we're going to be kind of showing it in action in a moment. The other thing I will do is I will fill it with airbrush color. Right. Need some water. Need some water. I could just drink out of my reservoir. No. It is also a water supply. So I put airbrush color into it, just straight airbrush color. What I don't put in it, well, first I'll talk about what I do put in it. No, I'll keep continuing on this vein because it's already here. Don't put white in it. No white airbrush color. White is a different animal. Metallics are a different animal. They have too much sediment in the color that won't pass through this cool little
like filter in it.
Yeah, like a little sponge in there. Yeah. I tried taking out the sponge to try to work around it. It doesn't work so. Oh, you. Thank you. These are gone. Yep. Okay. Look at him. So no white, no metallics, but any color of the rainbow from your airbrush colors will work. And I just do it straight. If you want a more pastel color, you could put just a drop of color and then add the rest with water or with alcohol. That could work too. Which leads me to the other thing I put in it is alcohol. That is where I would want to get a more watercolor effect on my cookies. I would use like that blend together, kind of bleed and then dry. I would put alcohol in here.
Could you also put like...
They don't leak. I mean, here is the caveat with that. Don't fly with them because just like a lot of liquids, when you fly, it will not, you will not open your suitcase to a very friendly looking water brush pen. But that's like a lot of smaller liquids. They kind of don't like that huge change of elevation. But other than that, I've never had them leak. I tend to not want to store them this way because it'll just keep loading those bristles with color and it will eventually just come out. It'll come out in the cap, that type of thing. So if possible, store them like this or like that.
Could you put like calligraphy ink in the water?
I haven't done that.
I want to try that because
I think you can, and I have some.
I
We should experiment with that.
Yeah,
definitely. I think you could, but that just sounds right. But you would definitely reserve this for non-cookie purposes.
Oh yes, yes.
Which brings up another great point, Sage.
Oh.
I have another one, and yeah, you can fill a full rainbow of pens. You could do that. I will typically use black. Black to outline and things like that. Have one definitely for black. You can change out the color, but that's a pain. You don't really want to do that. It's like almost like if you start a color in one of these, you kind of want to keep it for that because there is a sponge in here that will kind of get saturated with that color. Again, you can clean that out if you really want to. Just go grab another pen, right? So yeah, having one reserved for different colors is a good idea. But the other thing that I do with it is I do reserve a pen just for non-cookie things, and I have a little this is my non-food color palette, and it's just a regular watercolor palette that I always have with me. I have a lot of watercolor palettes, just depending on which one I feel for the day, right? And I'll just have it with me so that I can create watercolor, and then I have a little, that little guy, a little book with watercolor paper with me, so if I'm ever waiting at the dentist office or whatever, I can seriously pull out my water brush pen that has water in it and my little palette, my book, and I will watercolor. I'll just sit and watercolor. You know, you're at a kid's sporting event or something and it's maybe a little boring. Did I say that? Just kidding. And you can just sit and doodle. These are just, I mean, so these are on bigger paper. This is all watercolor using just my water brush pen. Super fun. That was one I taught.
Yeah,
do you remember that? I did a demo of that.
I love that.
So just fun little doodles. Can you alcohol in it? I have left the alcohol in it. It does end up drying it out after, like the alcohol just dries up after a while. I haven't noticed that the plastic, it does anything to the plastic per se. I think it's harsher on the bristles of the paintbrush. So yeah, that one might be, you might want to just empty it out after. Yeah, totally. And then you could probably even use your food coloring palette, you know, and paint on watercolor paper. I should try that.
Yeah.
I've never watercolored with food coloring
Hmm.
because I have a lot of paint palettes. But yeah, it's a lot more productive of a time than sitting and playing like Candy Crush or something like that. You know, it's like you're actually creating something, which I think really translates to cookie decorating. Watercoloring in particular really helps with your cookie decorating because it's a very similar feel. So now that I've gone over all the like possible uses of it, let's see it in action. I have one already filled with some food color that's just black in there, but I'm gonna, and this one's filled with water. Let's just fill this one with alcohol. And so we have all three options here. So when you open it, it's going to be righty-loosey. It is backwards from what you're used to. It's not lefty-loosey, righty-tighty. It's righty-loosey, lefty-tighty. I've gotten some emails like, why doesn't my pen open? It's like, because it is backwards. A lot of water brush pens are backwards, and I'm not sure why. So I'm just going to take some alcohol in my little pipette. It is a pretty small opening, so the pipette helps. I have a bag of 1 billion of these. I got off Amazon for like, $5 or something. I think everybody has one of these hanging around, probably from CookieCon.
I do not like the smell of that.
You shouldn't. It's pure paint thinner. No, this is so this is Everclear grain alcohol, really high proof or whatever it's called. I don't know the terms. Lefty tighty. So I'm just screwing that back on. So the first time you use it, I do like to rinse out the bristles with water and soap. It takes off any sizing or anything that's in the bristles, and it also primes those bristles to accept the liquid. So the first time you use it, you want to load it, but you do want something underneath you because it can just, because these bristles they're just dry, or they have been dry, it might just drop through the first little time you kind of load the bristles. So you will want to have, especially if you have like a black that you're have in your reservoir, it might just drop through. So you don't want to do it over your white carpet, your white jeans, anything really. You want some paper towels or something underneath. So you just want to squeeze the reservoir gently. Just kind of keep squeezing. If you have a color, you can see it traveling through this little middle section here. So I'm just kind of squeezing, and I'm seeing it coming down this little thing because I see my bubble moving. So I can see that now it's in my bristles. And again, this might drip the first couple times, but once you get it going, it should be loaded and ready to go and kind of stop that. And like I said, you don't want to store it this way because it will just continue loading those bristles always. So we'll flip our camera around and we will play with our bristles. I do have these sheets these are in McGoo. If you are a McGooer, you have access to these worksheets. I made these years and years ago. They're just like a little watermark letter, and these are just suggestions. With brush lettering, it's really all about personality. This isn't the right way to brush letter necessarily. It's just kind of an option to start with. Uppercase, lowercase, and it's a fun way to practice the alphabet if you want to practice brush lettering. And we'll kind of show you the ropes, show you the bristles. Flip camera. Okay. Oh, I turned off my camera. That's not what I wanted. Settings, camera, and back. There we go. Okay. And we'll see. Okay. I'll kind of angle this so I can still see any comments or questions you guys might have. This is the time. Say, do you want to do some lettering?
Sure.
So, actually, yeah, we can do that. I do. If you don't have the little food color paint palette under blog podcast, go to your source for a sec. Oh, good. I'm so glad that helped. That's great. I do like to use notebooks to practice in. That practice. So this one's been sitting for a while. I need to get it reloaded, reconstituted. I think the bristles are pretty dry. I've had this one forever. So I'm going to gently squeeze this for a bit. There we go. All right. Go. We got some ink coming out. So a notebook is just a great place to practice. Brush lettering, if it's something you're interested in, it's all about practicing, just starting with your letters. It's about pressure, right? So since we have that nice fine tip and that wider barrel that allows you to go, all your upstrokes are going to be very fine and light, and your downstrokes are always going to be thick. You're bending your bristles to the side at an angle so you get a thicker downstroke, light upstroke, barely any pressure using that tip, and then you're bending the bristles to get that thicker, fatter stroke. That's kind of the only rule to brush lettering. There's not many. You can do, all. I should probably have loaded a new one. We'll get this going here. In the meantime, I'll show you this other one, our little alcohol one. Oh, great. I didn't mark it. Which one's alcohol? This one's alcohol. I would suggest you do that too. Take a Sharpie and make sure that you label which one's which. I do tend to get kind of colorful when I use colors here. Cookiers are the most colorful people. So I have this is royal icing. As far as working with alcohol, you're not ever going to see the results that you would on a cookie unless you work on royal icing, because the paper just won't quite let the colors travel like the royal icing will. So you definitely want to do this is just a little transfer of icing here. And so this is full of alcohol, and I've just taken my palette and just kind of gotten it a little bit wet here with alcohol. So when I put it on my icing, I'm going to actually see how it travels. I've just squeezed my reservoir to add some more alcohol. The more alcohol, the more the colors kind of travel and kind of mix together. I do want a paper towel. Can you grab me that behind you? Yes. And you could do something very specific or be very, what's the word? Abstract with it. I'm getting another color in there. A color that will play nicely with it. Let's do yellow. If you do this while it's wet or the color is fresh, that works really well too. Are you using this for your writing on cookies all the time? A lot of times, if I want brush lettering, definitely. This pen is also a nice scale for that. So the colors just blend like they would with watercolor. With water, you can get that look, but you're gonna have like brush streaks and stuff. I feel like the alcohol kind of moves a little bit differently, gives a different look. I like the little rings that it sometimes makes as it dries. That you can't get that with water either. I'm going super abstract, and this is just kind of wonky, but kind of dropping like some of that alcohol in, and then just getting some of that color in there as well. My colors. I like to use fresh colors typically when I work with alcohol, because it just moves even faster together, which is kind of the idea. But see, I like how the edges like you can't really get that with water. As it dries, it's going to do interesting things. You can drop in other colors. And then a fun thing to do once this is all dry is go in with a food color marker and do like drawings on it. See, I like this edge, how that it gets really dark along the edge. It's kind of hard to see that, but it's just a different look that you get with alcohol than with water. Kind of like bleeds around differently.
There we go.
You got it going?
Yeah,
Okay.
Now it's working.
Okay. Have our black. Okay, it's I'm sorry. I gave you a totally dried out pen to work with. That was. Do you want a lowercase or uppercase?
Lowercase. I think lowercase is way more pretty.
I think they're easier. Well, they're just a little more curvy too. I think.
I want to do the M.
The M.
Thin,
Up.
thick, thin.
Yeah, isn't that pretty? That's nice. And so you can practice each of those and then kind of change it on your own. I like to go into like, what else can this look like? Like I don't have to start, down, or I don't have to be so like I want maybe more up and down, maybe a little more messy, maybe a little more slanty or chunky.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of things you can kind of play with as you fill it out. So I kind of start with the basic one and then go to, okay, what else can this look like?
Yeah.
Okay, I know. I feel like I need to too. I've been thinking about that. I'm like, we don't use it very much at McGoo U. I use it personally, but I haven't used it a lot at McGoo U, and I agree. I need to get it in there. So I will put that on my to-do list for sure to get to. I like that. Agreed. So this is on my little practice sheets, and if you just sign in to your account, it is Mr. John. You're gonna have to help me with this, where it's located.
Not a problem. They are located actually with the party Magoos. So if you go to the holiday party, then you can find it there. In fact, if you'd like, I can show really quick where to find it. Okay.
Yeah, and different ones are in different spots. I think the alphabet is in each of the parties. Is that correct? I think the alphabet's included with. Okay, so and again, as a Magoober, you don't need to pay for access to the party. You already have access to all of this stuff, but it is in like a different place than you're used to going for lessons and things like that. Just a little bit different than that. So Mr. John will show you where to go.
Not a problem. All right. So if you're on McGoo U, and here we go. So if you're looking at the McGoo U website, and then just go over. In fact, the easiest thing to do is to go to blog, and then what is it called again, Liz?
Brush lettering. Is that what you mean? Like the name of that?
If you go into the blog, you can search through the entire site. The class is included under brush lettering right here. Hit enter, and there you go. There's the water brush, and then right there, holiday cookie party, and then all of these classes and links are to posts and blog posts, and then the classes with the brush lettering. So if you go to holiday cookie party, it will come up with the class. So here's the whole class, and right here there's the Cookie 101. There's your paint palette setup, and then brush lettering. Look at this: instruction, worksheet, Thanksgiving and Hanukkah, and then here are all the generic ones that she did for any occasion. So introduction, common phrases, and then all of your letters.
Yeah, so that is just ready to print out, and then you can practice brush lettering using those. You can end up something you can do too. You can project those too, and then
Yes.
brush cookie. That's another thing. Like if it's a custom name, I always like to do it in my notebook, and then I'll just project it so that I don't have to just kind of redesign it every time. Once I get the name how I like it, there's no shame in projecting, something that you created or something someone else created, for that matter, if it's safe, right? I'm not anti-projector. I don't use one a lot, but it's a great tool to use, especially with brush lettering for centering and for logos and things like that. It's invaluable. This is the common phrases, so that's really fun too. So this one's a little bit different.
I love it.
You love the love. Go ahead and do the love there. So it's a thick stroke, and it's not the typical brush lettering that you normally see, the fancy kind of, up and down, thin, thick, kind of curvy. It's more of a graphic punch,
Yeah.
And I kind of like this, how it's not quite
Streaky.
filling. It's a little
like
streaky. It's a little more rustic. It's just a fun one.
Love. Love that one.
Yeah, that's cool. Here's a brush line. I'm looking on a cookie with that pen. So this one, it really does look the same on paper. It really behaves similarly on the paper as it does on the cookie, but it is good to practice on royal icing, like transfers, just to see. It will be, you don't want to get it too wet. Of course, too much ink on your cookie, just like anytime you paint on a cookie.
I don't want to get it too wet with
water or with, the airbrush color.
And if you'd like, I can show what a couple of the cookies look
Yeah.
like with the painting on it.
Grand idea. I think I have the Christmas ones on cookies. The Easter ones I've done.
That smart cookie right here. This is one that has the brush lettering. And then as we continue to travel, I know that you use it all over the place. You've used it here and here, but then piped on top of that.
So for that eat your art out, I did that with a brush lettering pen. The design of it, I did that with a brush lettering pen, but then ended up doing it in icing. So that was a little bit different. But I know I have the Christmas ones somewhere, and that one is a combination of brush lettering and like a fine food color marker, which I really like the combination of those as well.
All right. And let's see.
Instagram.
So it's gonna be further back.
It might be just on Instagram. I'm trying to think if I ever did it on McGoo U. It might be with the brush lettering in the shop. It might have a picture of it there.
Oh, okay. So if you go to the shop, and then right here is the water brush.
And I don't have it there either. Well, there's a really cool somewhere.
There's a lot of content out there.
It's on Instagram. I don't know if you can get that those pictures up, but you'd have to search for that anyway. Let's see how Sage is doing with her penning there. Is it kind of relaxing?
Yeah.
There is a lot.
It's just so therapeutic.
Yeah. Yeah, once you get that kind of rhythm of that light pressure going up, hard pressure going down, it's really relaxing. It's better with the black coloring, black airbrush color only. It is just black airbrush coloring. Straight black.
So crazy.
Here
we go.
I'm gonna do this one. It's fun to think about also as you're brush lettering. Are there numbers on those sheets? There are not. I don't think I did numbers. Ugh, that's rude. That's a really good idea. That needs to be next. Think about how you can connect your letters differently than than maybe you would traditionally. Like when your T can cross your you know, the tail of your H can cross your T. I think that's always fun. As you can see, I did that several times. Oh my gosh, I do it all the time. So this one down here, this Jolly, you can do that with your fine tip of your brush lettering pen, but you can just as easily just get your fine tipped food color marker to do those straight ones, you know, just those really, because I think that's nice to have the difference of the brush lettering right next to just a straight kind of a type of font. So this one's pretty small. Sometimes you'll find brush lettering pens that are bigger. They just won't do the work on a cookie, the cookie scale. I feel like there is more practice that you need to get to the smaller kind of things. I would start with the larger brush lettering. I find it a little bit easier to get the hang of it. Birthday. So just really fine pressure going up, heavy pressure going down, bending those bristles over to get that thicker stroke. And again, there's so many different ways to write these out. That's the fun of learning brush lettering. You can get a totally different personality just by, you know, the different forms your letters can take. So this is kind of a combination of printed and little cursive. And maybe instead of doing the star with my brush, this would be a good time to go with my food color pen that's a little finer, and you can do that. So don't, you know, if there's a letter that's just you're not getting the hang of, you can always touch things up, you know, like, oh, I didn't love this, you know, or whatever, like I want to thicken that part if you're a perfectionist. But just keep in mind, brush lettering, it's kind of about the imperfection. It's not something that can be printed because it's your own personal style, it's your own personal font. So don't be too precious about it being perfect, you know. So yeah, I love that. That's probably the way I use it most as far as on cookies. I've kept adding some interesting things with my watercolor just to show you those. These are the edges that I really like as far as using alcohol. I like how those get dark on the edges, and that's the only way you can get it is with the alcohol. So I think that's really fun, very watercolory look. And I kind of showed you how to do it with water. That one's kind of self-explanatory, but that's pretty much, I think I covered pretty much what I do with my bristles. Definitely different colors are fun, you know, a red or any of the colors would be really cool. And I do typically just do it in black. You know, if you wanted to use this for outlining of things on your cookies, you know, if you want to do a monogram or something. But if you wanted to be more precise with it, the tip, the small edge is really nice too. You can outline just your different shapes, be real abstract. Or do different designs. This is really kooky. I don't know. Ew, I'm kind of liking this now. No plans, just so this is really fun for if you were to do a floral kind of thing with the alcohol, and then go ahead and outline things to give it more of a graphic punch, more of a kind of a fabric printed look. Kind of fun. Kind of looks like a map, like a really weird map. Just going into different sections and doing. It's really easy to sketch and just play with. So that's the Bristles McGoo. I could just sit and paint and just kind of lose a day. And that's what I suggest doing, especially if you want to brush letter. Just get a clean notebook, start fresh. watch TV or listen to TV and just write random words in your notebook. It's gonna look really random. People are gonna be like, "What is this that you're writing? What is this novel?" And you're gonna look like a serial killer. That's why I call it my serial killer notebook. Because you're gonna look like a crazy person. But as you're listening to the radio or songs, just write what word you hear at the moment, because that's where you're gonna get really good at brush lettering. Is just practicing. There's a certain bounce. You don't have to follow the bass line, you know. You can kind of go higher and lower with the base of your letters. Gives it a little energy, a different energy. And some words you're gonna find that you're like, ugh, I just can't get this to look good. And that's a good time to, you can Google the word and just put brush lettering. I can't get like the word 8 to look good, say. So, and you want to have that on your cookies. So look up 8 brush lettering and see what other people have done and riff off of that, because it'll give you new ideas. 'Cause sometimes you're so used to making your capital E look like this. You're like, I just can't, it just doesn't look right. I can't get the rhythm right. Just seeing it a different way, you might go really, really fat on top instead. With a smaller bottom. And maybe you're like, yep, that's what I needed. I needed something out of the box, so something a little different that fits the feel a little bit better. Practice, and play, right? And I think that's the demo, unless you have any other questions. That's what we got. As I flip this thing around awkwardly. Okay. Right. What's this? Did that all make sense there? So airbrush, alcohol, water, empty. I suggest you label them. I think that helps me a lot keep track. I mean, obviously I can tell what's in that one, but I will label the clear one. So I know it's alcohol or water, and just play a lot. Play with watercolors, play with food color, airbrush color. It's fun. And I think that's it. Are we here next Monday? Next Monday it will be, maybe you'll meet other members of my family. It'll be my family reunion. It will still be going on. Maybe you'll meet some of my brothers and sisters. That would be fun. Maybe a surprise guest. Maybe nobody will want to be on here. Maybe, but I'm trying to think where I'll be next Monday. No matter where I'll be here at 10. We'll hang out as always. So hopefully you'll be there. You guys are always so fun to hang out with and chat with. We'll see you next Monday. And in the meantime, have